Hello, friends. Welcome to the Cyber
Safety
Saturday.
Saturday.
We got it this time.
We sure did.
Hi, Lemmy.
Hi, Ruchi.
How are you?
Hi, parents. How are you? So today's topic is all about what?
Staying focused.
Staying focused. That's
Staying
right.
focused in this digitally distracting world.
Yes, yes. So with my kids at home and the whole thing about having to do online homework or study work where you actually have to use the computer. How do we keep our kids focused and on track so that we feel comfortable that they are studying or doing the assignment while they're online? Because there's so many digital distractions. I mean, I can speak for myself. I know, when I'm trying to do some research and I find something else interesting, I'm over there, and before you know it, I'm far along where I was supposed to be.
I was just going to say that this is not just, focus is not just a problem with kids in this digital world. I can talk about myself. It's a problem with me as well. I'm reading a book, suddenly there's a notification pops up on my phone, and of course I can't resist the temptation to pick it up and take a look at what is the latest Facebook update. Unfortunately, that's the reality of today, but
Yes.
we do need to stay focused to get our work done, to learn, and in general to give anything our fullest. So a few things that I have
We got some ideas.
a few things that I have seen work in my case is essentially I try to shut down any distractions. Phone, I'll keep it, phone, if there's a notification, I have to see it. So to resist that temptation, I'll shut it down, keep the phone away as I am. And I'm talking about myself right now because, and I'm sure this is true for kids as well, is because I get distracted all the time. I kind of work on I work on my laptop because good thing with working on a computer is you don't get those notifications unless you go on there's no Facebook app unless you've installed it, which is the case with a phone where you have all these news channels, presence.
Right. So by notifications, you mean you're on a screen and then something else sort of pops up?
Yeah, something pops
up. Floats along the screen?
Yeah, floats along.
They're floating now.
It just grabs your attention when you don't want it to grab your attention. And sticking to the computer helps me stay focused, if you will, because those notifications are not coming. Besides, I keep all the devices far away from me, where I turn them on silent so that there's neither is there an audio distraction nor a video or visual distraction. So I kind of keep them, that's what we do in the office as well. Try to minimize distraction to stay focused, and I guess that's true of even in a non-digital world. To stay focused.
Definitely. So that's excellent tips. And what I'd like to add is definitely if your child has to study online or do an assignment online, be sure he or she that they get ample breaks.
Yeah.
Because you do need to break away from the screen for a moment while you're studying. So don't let them stay on the screen for hours and hours on end, even though they're doing the assignment. Encourage them to set a timer and maybe go for 45 minutes and take a 10-minute break where they can stretch, get some water, kind of relax their eyes a bit, and before they have to go on. So sometimes the assignments, if they're in a group environment, then it may be 45 minutes or so, but it depends on what the assignment is. If they're doing research or if they're typing a paper and they have to pull research, it just really depends. So it can be as short as 15 minutes, I know in our household, or it could be, in some cases, they're there for an hour, especially for the larger projects. So the encouraging thing is kind of find out how long their expectation is for this online study assignment and make sure you incorporate some breaks in there. The other thing is, I think you kind of hit on it too in terms of talking about what you do in the workplace. And I think as parents, setting an example ourselves, because it's easy for us to have digital distractions when we're trying to get focused and complete online assignments. I know I'm guilty of that, but setting a good example by turning off the notifications, not having the multiple devices lying around. That's going to be a distraction, and really provide a good picture image of what it should look like when you're really studying online versus just hanging out online, right? It should look different.
Absolutely, and the kids are gonna. So I do that because of my work. I have to keep the distractions away so that I can think and focus. I'm hoping Avni will pick those things up
Pick
as
up
she
those
grows.
habits.
Pick up those habits. Like she's 5 right now. She's not into researching as much, but
Not yet.
not yet. But at the same time, I would want her to focus. Like focus is something that I think we all struggle with on an everyday basis.
So if you have any other comments and topics that you'd like for us to kind of talk about, we'd love to hear from you, parents. We want to hear about your concerns that you have with your children learning and playing in the cyber world, also called the virtual world, online world, opposite of offline. So any suggestions you have, just type them below, or you can click on the link and it'll take you to a page where you can get more of our research and articles around this topic, right?
Yep. And we will be back next Saturday with our Cyber Safety Saturdays.
Okay.
All right. Thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.